We'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Huskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He'll keep it himself. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Complete in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They'll run play action. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
The Huskers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That's reeled in. It's Nelson. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the 1st down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the 1st down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
And the Huskers have this offense rolling. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a great play, winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Davis looking to pass. He's got his man across the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Breaks into the open. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The RPO fired complete to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Looking to the big tight end. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He leaves it with his back. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. He might want another play. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gives it on the option. They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They're setting up the screen. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
When you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Mills. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Gives it on the option. Good, solid tackle. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Davis will throw. Got his man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Nebraska. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at not catching it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Charlotte has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 21 to Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Puts it out of the air. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. They'll go up top on second and short. Quick strike complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Grab near the marker. It's Fox. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. The give to the back. Turning it on! And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They want to get this defense on its heels.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Lost a throw on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Motion from the back. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
From the gun, give on the inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. Here comes the option. They'll go to the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Davis looking to pass. Makes the catch. It's Mills.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Hauls it in. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Huskers line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They go to the ground. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Pulls it in. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Flips it out to the back. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the ball. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Using the quick game. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mills. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Here's a heat. Slings it downfield. He's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up my hand. I can't show him really quickly and make it easy on him. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, and making a nice play.
The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught over the middle. It's Dozier. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Davis will throw. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown Wolverines.
Amazing job and awareness by that defensive lineman, locating the football, catching it, and then turning around and scoring. They may want to start using this guy on offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Breaks into the open. Oh, it's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Huskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Davis looking to pass. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Handoff from the gun. And some room to work. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The RPO, it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking left. Got his man downfield. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw it.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Trying to surge it in. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Got his man out of the backfield. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down to try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. At the 45 on its way. Wide open spaces. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Davis will throw. Got his man. At the 35, he's loose. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cornhuskers can really attack on this second and short. Rides the back on the option to give. There he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Caught in the backfield. It's Dozier. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Davis looking to pass. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Rush is on him. It's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskers! Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's loose. The tag. Slippery slide. Found his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Aggressive, man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Mills. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Davis will throw. Here comes the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Mills. Knocked off his feet.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try the run. Makes him talk to the hand. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Huskers are marching down the field. Sends it back in motion. Davis looking to pass. Finds the tight end. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Got it in the middle. It's Dozier. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They just keep firing. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Davis will throw. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. This is now a 7-point game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hold it. Finds his man on the left. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Snagged in the middle. It's Fox. Right down the gut of the field. Sees him in open space. An opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Slippery road 14, University of New Haven 7.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to it. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to run it in. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Davis looking to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Snags it inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game.
Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the...
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
And the Wolverines just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. Going to swing it on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now defensively. I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz. You may have to sell out. You might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession to give yourself a chance to win.
That is the exclamation point, and they remain perfect. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm